There was a picture of a planet and some stars, and several columns of tiny lettering too small to read. He unscrewed the cap and sniffed. It smelled vaguely of spring flowers, stagnant water, and horse dung. He put the cap back on and rested the bottle gently on the table. There was, of course, the envelope. Another container, infinite in its possibilities until he opened it. He ripped open the flap and teased out a folded sheet of paper and a smaller white envelope addressed to someone whose name he didn't recognize. The sheet of paper was a letter, starting off, "Dear Theo." He leaned back in the chair, reached for the apple, sank his teeth into it, and started to read. Dear Theo, about the only good thing I can think of about being dead is being able to give you something I was too selfish to share with anybody while I was alive. Enjoy it. You'll have forgotten, but I clearly remember when you were a second-year undergraduate and I was your tutor. And I set you a pretty routine assignment. I forget what it was about. You handed in your answer, and when you got it back, I'd crossed out the whole thing in red and written, "Wrong, do it again," at the bottom in capital letters. You did it again, and I gave you full marks. I can still see the sad expression on your face the first time. You apologized. Well, now I'm dead, so I can tell you the truth. Yes, the answers were all wrong. According to the rules of mathematics everybody uses, your equations didn't work. I remember marking your paper, putting it down, going into the kitchen to make myself a coffee. Then I stopped dead, turned around, went back, and sat down again. And I looked at the figures on the paper, and I thought, yes, but... Damn, I really wish I'd asked you back then what in God's name you are thinking about. Those calculations of yours couldn't work in our universe, but maybe I was missing the point. I went back and read it through from the start, not looking for what I was expecting to see, but actually reading what you'd written. What the hell? If Columbus, aged 12, had been set a geography test, the world is A flat, B round, he'd have got 0 marks. But the world is round. It was that sort of a moment for me. I spent the next 7 years trying to figure out what mathematics would be like on a round world. The result is in the bottle you've just looked at. Take very good care of that bottle. It's one of only 5 in existence. Read the label very carefully and do exactly what it says. You'll have to work out the maths for getting inside by yourself. I don't want to leave instructions lying around where anyone could get hold of them, even in a safe in the Credit Mayonnaise. But you shouldn't have any trouble. You always were a bright boy. The letter you'll find in this envelope is addressed to a very good friend of mine who runs a small hotel on the edge of town. When he's read the letter, he'll give you a job. I expect you need one. The world is an unfair place. Blow up just one multi-billion-dollar research facility, and suddenly nobody wants to be your friend. Except me, and I'm dead. You, on the other hand, are going to have a really amazing good life, thanks to the bottle. Enjoy it. That's the main thing. At times it may get scary, dangerous, harrowing, agonizingly painful, even life-threatening. It may quite possibly kill you, who knows? But whatever happens, always remember, it's...